Hello everybody, this is the trade log from Nathan. He lives and trades in Canada. So, well, I had a quick look over his trade log, and I think there are a couple of nice learnings in here. So let's have a look at it. I think all of them are S1s. Yeah, the last one is an S3. So there are more learnings here about S1. So this is an S1 5-second long. This is an S1 pattern, right? We can see 3 touches on the base. This is a test bar clearly, right? Nicely testing the 21, and we are here in a trend. Now the good thing here is that we are coming out of a sideways consolidation, and the momentum move, this one here, has broken to a new high. So there's now this opportunity that price, it has broken out, that it breaks away from this consolidation, and we can see it better here, right? The consolidation, and we are right at stop run level. So this has the opportunity, to develop a nice and quick move higher, and this is what we saw here, right? Well, this used to be a big, that was a big green bar, and then it came down and developed a rejection bar. But that's allowed here for creating this exponential move, right? And a nice arm multiple. That's a window of opportunity, benefiting from a stop run move in the high frame, while all the rules are fulfilled. Now let's have a look at this one. It's an S1 short 5-second. Clearly, right? That's the base with 4 or 5 touches. This is a test bar, not clear, right? That's what Nathan writes here. Whenever it's not clear, well, let's have a look if there's a clear test bar in the mid frame. Well, there's no clear test bar. This is a momentum move, did not break to a new low, so it's an overall sideways. So it's basically 2 negatives already, right? The trend is good, and here on the high frame, well, it's a 1-leg move and has broken to a new high. So that's a few negatives that add up. So let's just see. So it looks like Nathan has waited for this bar, for this test bar to come in. Well, now quality comes in, right? So now we've got a quadruple top, and this is where the stop was. I guess entry was then here, stop at the quadruple top, so it is really well protected. And then quality has improved, right, over time. So that's one of those examples where waiting makes a lot of sense. Another S1 on a 5-second. This is less obvious, right? Well, I can see the base. It's a bit less obvious. This is a momentum move, breaking to a new low. The test bar is actually more visible here. We've got a stacked up test bar, and we've got a big move, right? So it's basically a momentum trade where you just bet on, well, this breaks to a new low, and this bar just gets a little bit bigger, and it could even break this low, right? So it's a momentum driven trade. And well, there was a new bar, this one, right, that used to be a red, was actually only testing this low. It couldn't stop run it, but it was enough to make this a small winner, and then basically that's a pullback to the moving averages, but it still worked out nicely. An S1 on a 5-second, well, that's a short. It's an S1 short on a 5-second. It's this one. This is one I cannot see well, right? I guess the base is here. It's one that is not very visible. We don't see a clear test of a horizontal line, the base. Well, there's a clear test bar here, but if there's no clear pattern, well, I let it go. I'm not sure what happened here. Well, there was a small winner. Let's just continue. Gold S1 long, 5-second. Okay. Well, that's the base. Well, there's a lot of white space, right? This is a test bar. Well, this is a pattern. This is actually a pattern on this time frame on a 15-second. Well, how do I know? Well, we have a grown up pattern here. and we've got the touch of 21. But if this is the pattern, well, we are not trending. So I let that go. I mean, is it clear to everybody that this is the mid frame? That it's clearly, I mean, is this the mid frame or is this the mid frame? I guess it becomes clear. This is the mid frame, right? And here we've got a grown up pattern. And if that's the case, well, then this is not trending yet, right? And that's often what we see. Well, we don't get follow through because we're missing this big edge of having a high frame trend. It's an S1. It's an S1 short. Well, I don't see that as an S1 actually. So this is the base, right? And here this is the breakout activity. Well, this is an S2, right? This is an S2. This is an S2 in this time frame, in the 15 second. How do I know? Well, we've got a touch, a test of the 21. So that actually used to be an S1 that then transformed into an S2, right, along the way. This is a pattern in this time frame in an S2 that is not yet complete, no high frame trend in this case. Highest high, higher lows on both sides, not yet complete. Yeah. Next one, S1 long. That's an S1 short. Here's the S1. This is a momentum move again here. I'm seeing a turtle, right? A turtle in this time frame here, and nicely touching, right? Testing the 21. I mean, you can always trade a pattern within a pattern, right? So that's basically what Nathan traded here as an S1 within an S1 in one time frame higher. You can do that. It's just the win rate is much lower. It's a bit like trading in oval. Well, it is an oval sideways, right? Plus a pattern. However, if it's successful, well, we have stop run levels, and we've got this pattern on one time frame higher that fuels, right? Fuels the energy to the downside, and that was, well, that was a nicely timed entry, right? In the pattern, a pattern within an oval pattern. And we see what can come out of it, right? A big move and a nice R multiple. Now this is another S1 short. That's one of those examples where we have 3 touches on a base, but it's not very obvious, right? Neither the consolidation nor the breakout activity nor how that the 21 is tested goes well beyond, then comes back. Well, that's a pattern I let go because it's not, well, it's adding up negatives. Well, this worked out well. So, yeah, well done for this. Now this is an S3 long. Here we've got the super trend. It's kind of borderline because we are not, well, 8 and 21 are in parallel. It's bouncing off 8, but it's not really in a micro channel, right? I mean, we have 1 bar pullbacks, 1 and 2 bar pullbacks. That's what we're looking for, right? But the bar size is a little bit big because it doesn't fit in the channel opened up between the 8 and the 21. So it's kind of borderline. I mean, it can be traded, but then we want to have a good setup here in the mid frame. I don't like, it's more discretionary, right? System 3. This is a typical setup we're looking for. This is a typical setup. I don't see it here yet, like breaking to a new high and then coming back and creating a test bar. But this worked nice. I'm not sure which of those was traded. But yeah, that worked nice. This is an S1 long here. Again, it's not a clear pattern, right? We don't have clear 3 touches on the base. That should be lower, right? And then we might see this here as a pattern, but that's basically a 2-leg move down, and it didn't do much, right? There's a rebreak and then another move down. The problem with those, if it's not really on a base, well, we already have a zigzag down, and then there's another zigzag down, so we already have two zigzags down. The last one with more momentum because it has the test bar, and then it re-breaks, and then comes the big move, right? So there's already a lot of bearish pressure if it looks like this, if we don't have the consolidation on a horizontal line.